Coming out of high school, Candyce Ussery was one of the better point guards nationally, and fittingly, she wound up in the Big Ten, starting as a freshman at Indiana.
She's been in those IU-Purdue battles. You know, she's played, the Penn States of the world and the Ohio States of the world. She's been in that fire.
After a coaching change, though, Ussery transferred to Ball State, which was a welcome arrival.
Once we started talking, it was a relationship that clicked quickly.
But that was the only quick thing about it. It'd be almost 2 full years until the new point guard saw the Worthen Arena floor.
I was having this pain in my shins for a very long time. So I finally said something like the day of our last summer workout. And that's when I found out both my legs were cracked the exact same way in the exact same spot.
Both her legs were cracked. Ussery had not one, but 2 dreaded black lines.
The dreaded black line is appropriately named in that it's a fracture in the anterior cortex of your tibia, and it does not respond well to conservative treatment and rest like a normal fracture would. Usually surgical intervention is the only way that would restore enough integrity to the bone to allow Candyce to go back and return to play safely.
It's the same fracture believed to have led to the painful Kevin Ware and Paul George injuries. Cardinals counterpart Francis Chiapwe also had that fracture. But all those cases were on one leg, not 2.
It was unheard of. We didn't even initially know how to address the situation.
I just thought it was shin splints all this time. So I really don't know when it started. It could have started in high school because I played soccer and I had shin pain then, but I just, I'm like, it's shin splints. It can't get any worse than just being shin splints.
Ussery wound up having surgery on her left leg, the right mending enough on its own, and each foot wound up in a boot over the summer.
I didn't have to wear shoes. I was on campus, and it was the hottest part of the year, too. It was August and September, and I was walking in class and everything in 2 walking boots.
It was a long rehab process for her, and so we couldn't push her like a normal rehab process for this injury because we had to be concerned that pushing her too much would then worsen the fracture on the other leg.
Candyce eventually returned to the court last winter, but returning to basketball as she knew it, well, that took a little bit longer.
I'm used to being like fast and athletic and stuff, and then after the surgery, I just felt like super slow, just like dreading on and on and on, and I was like, man, I don't think this for me. Like, I never should have got the surgery.
Finally, on November 4th, 2014, Ussery made her Ball State debut 658 days after being officially announced as a transfer.
You forget that she's there at times because she hadn't played so long, and so it was a real shot in the arm when she came back and you started seeing the skill set, and you started remembering, oh, this is why we wanted her.
My adrenaline was rushing so much, I probably could have dunked before the game. Like, I was so happy.
And in hindsight, the surgery did have its benefits. Not being as comfortable driving when she first came back forced Ussery into becoming a better shooter. And, well, she can never break her leg again.
She cannot break her leg, no. No, you could kick her as hard as you want to right now, and it's not going anywhere.
And she can play amateur weatherman.
Before I even look out the window, I know that it's raining or it's snowing just by feeling my leg.
But most importantly, she's back playing the game that she loves.
And now it's going to pay off for us and pay off for her. And ultimately, I think we did the right thing, and whenever we got her out there on the floor, we were going to benefit from it.